So now that we have created our stateful widget, we have the ability now to keep track of our state. So when a user interacts with our app, we can display the changes in our layout. So when a user clicks on this floating action button, you can see right here this counter is incremented. So in this episode, let's see how we can make our app more dynamic. Let's see how we can change parts of our layout. So when a user interacts with our layout, we can display the changes. For example, we can make this floating action button more dynamic. So when a user clicks on it, we can change the background color as well as change the icon right here for this widget. We can also implement a widget that has the ability to hide and show an image inside of this card widget right here. So let's see how to do that. The first thing I want to do is come right here. Let's comment this text widget. And also let's comment these two codes right here. So now right here, let's delete this increment counter. We don't need it for this video. So the first thing I want to do is come right here inside of our column widget. And let's call now this widget right here visibility. This widget has the ability to show and hide a widget based on this property right here, visibility. You can see this property by default, its value is equal to true. But if you change it to false, we can hide this widget right here. So let's specify this child. This will be an image from our asset. So you can use this image.asset name constructor, and right here, let's provide the path to our image. Our image is inside of assets folder and then inside of this image subfolder. So the path will be assets /image/car underscore logo dot jpg. Save everything. As you can see, we have an error right here. So let's create a method for now so we can attach this method to this onPress property right here. So this will be a type void. Let's make it private, and you can call this hide and show. So now copy the name of this method and assign it to this onPress property right here. Now save everything, and you can see our image is being displayed right here. But we are getting this warning right here saying that the bottom is overflow by 49 pixels. To solve this problem, first let's understand why we're having this problem. We're having this problem because we are using the size box widget with fixed value right here for the width and the height. So to solve this, you can come right here inside of your assets name constructor, give it a comma right here, and you can provide the width, let's say 200, and a height, let's say 150. Save everything. Now we don't have this error anymore. So now let's see how we can hide and show this image right here. So for that, we have to call right here the visibility property right here. And we also to provide this value dynamic. To do that, now that we have a stateful widget, we can keep track of this variable that we'll create and then change it as the user clicks on this button right here. So for that, we'll need a variable of type boolean. So this will be bool. Let's make it private and name it it's visible. This will be equal to true by default because we want this image to be displayed by default. So copy the name right here and paste it here. So now we need to keep track of this variable right here. So for that, inside of our hide and show method, let's call the setState method, and then this is visible, paste it right here, will be equal to is visible right here. But in front of it, let's add an exclamation mark. So what we just did, if this one, the value is true, when we assign it, the value will be false because this will deny the value. So this will be the inverse. So a boolean has a value of true or false. So if this one is true, the value will be assigned is false. And if this one is false, the value that will be assigned is true. So now save everything. When you click it, you can see we can hide this image. And when you click again, we can show it. So now let's make this floating action button more dynamic. So when a user is displaying this magic, let's make the option to show an eye to be closed, and then when this image is hidden, let's show an eye open. So to be able to do that, let's copy this property right here. Let's go inside of our floating action button here, where we are calling this child, so you can place it, and then let's check this condition. So if this one is visible equals to true, I want to display an icon widget with the eye closed, so you can come right here and call the visibility off. And then if this is not true, meaning this condition is false, you can copy this icon widget right here and just changing the icon to be just visibility. So save everything. As you can see right here, we have the option to hide the image. Click on it, the image will be hid, and now if you click on it, it will be shown. So our floating action button is more dynamic now. We can also do the same thing and changing the background color. So for that, call right here the background color property, and let's copy this condition right here, paste it here. So if this visibility is true, we want to use colors dot black, and then if it's hiding, we can use colors dot white. Let's do the same thing for the foreground color. So right here we can copy and paste it, and now let's make this reverse. So if this is true, we want to show the white color, and if it's false, we want to display the black color, so to have a contrast right here. So when you click on it, you can see right here we are changing the background color and the foreground color for your icon widget. So this is how you can make your app more dynamic. As you can see, by defining this one single property and then keeping track of this property state, we can see we can change background color and foreground color for our floating action button, as well as the icon. And now we also have the ability to show and hide a widget using this visibility widget right here. So now let's uncomment this text widget. I want to show you that you can use more than one variable right here inside of your set state method. So uncomment this counter right here and just copy here, paste it right here. So now when the user clicks to hide and show, the counter will also be incremented. But let's solve this problem. As you can see right here, when the image is gone, you can see this text will be center. Let's fix this text right here to be at the top. For that, you can do the same thing. Let's copy this condition right here. And now let's go inside of our column widget right here. Before this main alignment and un.center, paste it. So if it is visible is true, let's make it all of this center. But if it's not, let's call the main axis with a value of star. So this text widget will be fixed at the top if the image is not displayed. So save everything, reload your app. Let's go to start. So now we are showing the image. Click to hide, and you can see right here, this text widget now will be fixed at the top. So this is how powerful Stateful Widget is. Now our app is more dynamic. So this is it for this video. In this video, I just want to show you all the ways that you can use now set state to keep track of your layout. So when a user interacts with your app, how you can rebuild your layout to show or to reflect this change. So this is it for this video. In the next video, let's keep building our rent-a-car app. So now when the user go to dashboard page, I want to show all the option of the page available. For that, let's use the bottom navigation widget. This widget will give us the ability to add a few pages. So when a user click on each page, we can display the correct page right here as he selects the destination page. If you have any question, leave a comment. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. And give a like into this video so we can get more exposure on YouTube. And also subscribe so you can get notification when new videos are coming out. This is it. See you on the next one.